The clarinet. Ah, such a beautiful instrument. Such gracious sounds are released from this supple hole at the bottom. Nice. Never properly learned how to play a clarinet. I used to play the clarinet. I used to be in band. I used to play the clarinet. And I was the best clarinet player in band up until about 6th grade. And then they said, press this button. Put your finger on this button on the back, they said. And I went full 100% Squidward on the clarinet, and I just never been able to get it right. So this is a new clarinet. I did practice. I practiced for a whole year, and then they very ungraciously booted me and made me play the bass clarinet, where if you've ever seen a saxophone... Okay, this is me. I'm standing here. This is a saxophone. I'm probably going to sound stupid. This is an alto saxophone. If this is a tenor saxophone, I'm going to sound like an idiot. Pretty sure this is an alto saxophone. Tenor saxophone's bigger. Baritone saxophone, quite large. Imagine a bit between a tenor and a baritone saxophone. So about at least twice the size of this. But with a kind of a skinny body in certain places. Like, pretty skinny relative to, you know, the size of this. About the width of this, but twice as long, with these crazy silver Frankenstein parts. That is a bass clarinet. They switched me to the bass clarinet, which when I was 12 years old was enormous. It was huge and bulky, and the one I had to rent was like 1,000 years old. It was really falling apart. I don't even know why they still had it in the school. And it is the most boring instrument you could possibly play. It's a lot like a tuba, only without the tubas are cool. They're brass, they're huge. You get to be the kid with the biggest instrument. People are like, that's awesome. You have the biggest instrument, you know? You get to joke about how big your instrument is, and that's awesome. Your horn, whatever you want to say. You get to make jokes about your thing, you know? And you get to drag it around. But when you play the bass clarinet, you just have a big stupid looking saxophone case and you open it and it's not a saxophone and people are like, what the fuck is that thing? And it sounds stupid. Like the bass clarinet makes maybe some similar sounds. Like the lower notes on this maybe are some of the, you know, median notes on a bass clarinet, because you can do some cool stuff on it, but never in a band in middle school did they utilize the potential of a bass clarinet. It's a cool jazz instrument if you get really into, like, you know, like if you were doing freeform jazz in middle school, which we were not. We were doing things like we did the SpongeBob theme, and here's a demonstration of what I would have played in the SpongeBob theme, only on a regular clarinet. This is a demonstration, of what I was playing on the bass clarinet, while all the other clarinets are playing what you know to be the SpongeBob theme. You gotta support them. You gotta bring in the rhythm somewhere, you know? Sorry, that was nice. Of course, now, it's been a long time since I've even played the clarinet, and I can't even squeak out those notes. So, gotten worse, but at the time, I would always get complimented about how great I was at playing the clarinet. And, you know, I had, we had all our little recitals, and I had a couple of solos really early on, you know, sixth grade. I was the soloist clarinet, and that was really impressive, I guess. But then later on, you know, I fell behind because I'm slow, just a sweet, slow baby, and so they gave me the Frankenstein clarinet. It was a video about that. If you ever played the bass clarinet, and it fit you, maybe it was a really great choice for you as an instrument, and then you broke into the jazz band or something. The other kid who played the bass clarinet was still, I think, in band throughout high school and still played the bass clarinet. So maybe it could have worked out, but I looked unbelievably stupid playing that instrument, and I think my music teacher knew it, and I think he was being just mean to me. I think he was just an asshole. Mr. New, why were you such an asshole to me? I don't know, maybe I wasn't a very nice kid. Looking back, I probably wasn't. I was kind of a shitty kid. But calling out Mr. New. Why were you a dick to me in 8th grade?